You've been hitting squats, lunges, and hip thrusts, but your glutes still won't grow. It's time to stop guessing and start training smart. Collision in this video, we're breaking down the real science behind building round, powerful glutes that command attention. Brain, peach, no fluff, no gimmicks. Just proven methods to activate, strengthen, and sculpt your glutes like an athlete. It's time to fix flat, weak glutes and unleash your full potential, because strength starts from the backside. Rocket train smarter, build stronger, move better. Backhand index pointing right, let's conquer the world, one rep at a time. The real reason your glutes are flat, most people blame genetics, but science says it's activation and mechanics. Discover how poor movement patterns and muscle imbalances kill your glute growth and how to fix them fast. You've probably heard it 100 times, I just have flat glutes, it's genetics. But let's be real for a second, that's not the full story. Sure, genetics play a small role, but the real reason most people have flat or underdeveloped glutes has nothing to do with their DNA. It's about how they move. Most of us spend hours sitting every day, shutting off the very muscles we're trying to grow. Your glutes don't just magically turn on because you want them to. They respond to movement, activation, and tension. When you walk, run, or even squat, chances are your quads or lower back are doing most of the work. That means your glutes are sitting on the sidelines, barely contributing, and when a muscle doesn't fire, it doesn't grow. It's not that your glutes are lazy. They've been trained to be lazy by poor movement patterns and years of inactivity. So before we even think about loading up the bar or doing endless kickbacks, we have to fix the foundation. That means teaching your body to activate your glutes properly, to feel that contraction, to control that movement, to dominate every rep. When you fix your movement, you unlock strength and shape you didn't even know existed. The science is simple. When your glutes fire first and fully, every exercise becomes 10 times more effective. You stop wasting energy and start building muscle where it actually matters. Once your glutes are active, then every squat, lunge, and hip thrust starts to count. Glute activation. Wake up the sleeping giant. Your glutes are built to fire hard, not just exist. Learn the neuromuscular drills that switch them on before every workout, so you get maximum growth from every rep. Here's the thing, if your glutes aren't firing, nothing else you do is going to matter. You can squat all day, load up the bar, chase heavier weights, but if the glutes aren't switched on, you're just reinforcing bad patterns. This is what I call training without activation. You're putting in the effort, but the results never show because the right muscles aren't leading the movement. Think of your glutes like a light switch. Most people are training in the dark. The switch is off, and they're wondering why they can't see progress. Activation is about flipping that switch back on before you train. It's not about burning out your glutes with random warm-ups. It's about creating a mind-muscle connection. You've got to feel that squeeze, that tension, that control. When your brain knows how to find and fire your glutes, every exercise that follows becomes exponentially more powerful. Simple activation drills like glute bridges, frog pumps, or banded abductions can completely change the game. But the key is intent. Don't just go through the motions, drive through the heels. Control the movement and focus on that peak contraction. You should feel your glutes working before you even touch a weight. Once you get this right, everything else falls into place. Your squats feel smoother, your deadlifts hit harder, and suddenly your body starts responding the way it should. You'll notice the difference not just in how your glutes look, but in how they perform. Stronger steps, more power, better posture. Because when you learn to wake up the sleeping giant, every workout becomes a growth workout. Flip the switch and let your glutes take over. Science-based training, build, don't burn out, no random workouts here. Every move you'll learn is backed by biomechanics, glute, dominant hip, driven and growth, focused. Train smart, not just hard. Now that your glutes are firing, it's time to train with purpose, not just effort. Too many people jump into random workouts they see online, hoping more volume or heavier weights will somehow build better glutes. But without understanding the science behind the movement, you're just spinning your wheels. Real growth happens when you train smart, when every rep, every set, every angle has a reason behind it. Glute training isn't about how much you can lift. It's about how effectively you can target the right fibers. Your glutes are made up of three main muscles, the gluteus maximus, medius, and minimus, and each plays a unique role in building shape, strength, and stability. If your training only hits one of them, you're leaving serious gains on the table. The key is to use biomechanics to your advantage, choosing movements that align with how the glutes are designed to move. Hip thrusts, step-ups, Romanian deadlifts, and abduction work all hit different parts of the muscle. When you combine them strategically, you build glutes that are not only rounder but stronger from every angle. But here's the catch: science-based training doesn't mean overcomplicating things. It's about precision. Perfect form, proper load, controlled tempo. You're not chasing exhaustion. You're chasing activation, tension, and progression. That's how athletes build lasting results, by focusing on quality over quantity. When you start training this way, you'll feel the difference instantly. Your glutes respond faster, your joints feel better, and your strength skyrockets. You're no longer guessing, you're training with intent, backed by science. The power of progressive overload: your glutes won't grow if they're not challenged. Discover how to progressively load your glutes through body weight, bands, and weights, without losing form or mobility. If you want your glutes to grow, you've got to challenge them. The body adapts to what you put it through, and if you're doing the same exercises with the same weight every week, you're sending one clear message: don't change. That's where progressive overload comes in. It's not about doing more for the sake of more, it's about doing better over time. A little more weight, a few more reps, tighter control, slower tempo. Every small increase forces your muscles to adapt, to rebuild, and to grow stronger. Think of your glutes as problem solvers. If they're given an easy problem, they stay the same, but when the challenge grows, they rise to meet it. That's how you create shape, by gradually pushing past what your body is comfortable with. Whether you're training with just body weight, resistance bands, or heavy weights, the principle is the same. Demand more from your glutes every session. But overload doesn't mean ego lifting. If your form breaks down, your glutes stop working, and your lower back or quads take over. That's not progress, that's compensation. You want clean, controlled reps that keep constant tension on the glutes. That's how you build not just muscle, but mastery. Tracking your lifts, staying consistent, and respecting recovery are all part of the process. Growth happens when stimulus meets recovery. That's the balance that turns hard work into real results. So don't chase the burn, chase the progress. Because the only way your glutes will change shape is if you keep giving them a new reason to. Keep adding, keep improving, keep demanding more, and watch your glutes transform from flat to powerful. Nutrition and recovery. The growth equation: muscle repair happens when you rest and refuel. Learn how to balance protein, carbs, and recovery days for optimal glute development and lean shape. You can train perfectly, nail your form, and hit every rep with precision. But if your nutrition and recovery aren't dialed in, your glutes will never reach their full potential. Muscle growth doesn't happen in the gym. It happens when you recover from what you do in the gym. Every time you train, you're breaking down muscle fibers. What you eat and how you rest determines how well those fibers rebuild, and that's where the real growth occurs. Protein is the foundation. Without enough of it, your body simply can't repair the muscle tissue you've worked so hard to stimulate. But it's not just about loading up on protein. Your body also needs carbs to refuel energy stores and fats to keep hormones balanced. Think of it as building a strong structure. Protein is the brick, carbs are the mortar, and healthy fats are the reinforcement that keeps it all solid. When one is missing, the whole system weakens. Recovery is just as critical. Training hard every day without rest is like revving an engine nonstop. Eventually, it burns out. Sleep, hydration, and rest days are where your body adapts to the training load. That's when strength and shape start to appear. The goal isn't to do more, it's to do better and allow your body to respond. When your nutrition supports your training and your recovery completes the cycle, everything clicks. You'll feel stronger, perform better, and see visible changes faster. Train like an athlete, not a bodybuilder. Flat glutes don't just look weak, they limit performance. Unlock athletic style training to move stronger, run faster, and build glutes that both look and perform like power machines. The difference between training to look strong and training to be strong is massive, and this is where most people get it wrong. They focus so much on appearance that they forget what real, functional glute training is supposed to do. Your glutes aren't just there to fill out your genes, they're the powerhouse of your entire body. They drive speed, stability, and strength in everything from sprinting to jumping to simply standing tall. When you train like an athlete, you don't just build shape, you build performance that lasts. The problem is that many workouts isolate the glutes too much and forget the body works as a system. Athletes train movements, not just muscles. That's the secret. You've got to combine strength work with power, stability, and coordination. Movements like single leg step-ups, explosive hip thrusts, and controlled lateral walks teach your glutes to fire in real-world patterns. They don't just make you stronger, they make you more capable. When you train this way, everything changes. You move better, your posture improves, your lifts go up. Even your everyday motion, walking, climbing stairs, running, feels smoother and more powerful. That's what functional training delivers, strength that shows and strength that performs. And let's be honest, strong, athletic glutes are built, not born. You earn them through smart programming, intent, and consistency. You train them to perform, and the aesthetics follow naturally. Because when you stop chasing looks and start chasing performance, you don't just build better glutes, you build a better body. Train for function, move with purpose, and the results will speak louder than words. If you're tired of training hard and seeing zero change, this is where everything turns around. In this video, we're breaking down the science of glute transformation, how to wake up inactive muscles, train with precision, and build round, powerful glutes that don't just look strong, but perform strong. Peach no fluff, no hype, just proven. Athletic principles that deliver real results. Whether you're starting from flat or simply want to level up your shape and strength, this is your blueprint. Get ready to move smarter, lift harder, and finally build the glutes you've been chasing. Let's go.